Hi there, Jen Roque here at StampCampWithJen.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Summerfield, Florida, and welcome to my weekly Facebook Live. If you're new here, I go live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We'd love for you to join us. We usually have a fun project to share, and this one today I think you guys are really going to enjoy. It's a fun fold. Lots of you guys love fun folds and 3D projects. This is a really quick and easy one that you could do with lots of different designs and stamp sets too. So as you join, please say hello. Let us know how everything's going, how your weekend was. It's been raining like crazy here in Florida. My son's mowing the lawn. You may or may not be able to hear him in the background. But it's been raining so much. I actually slipped on my front porch the other day, and we have like a wood tile type thing on our front porch, and I was walking outside to check the mail with no shoes on, as we do in the South, and slipped on that tile and messed up my foot. And I thought for a second maybe I broke my toe, my big toe, but I can still move it back and forth. But I've been hobbling around all weekend ever since then, and oh, it was scary. And we just got a new Ring doorbell, so my husband was trying to go back and like watch the video, and it didn't quite catch me doing like the Scooby-Doo slip and slide, but it did catch my reaction at the end where I went, ow. So it was kind of funny after the fact, but now I've been hobbling along, kind of trying to stay off of it. But what about you guys? Did you have any fun plans over the weekend? Enjoying the nice summer weather? Kids are going back to school down here in a couple weeks. I keep teasing my son about it. I think they've got about 3 weeks left of summer and they're already going back to school. And then this is like the season of birthdays right now for my family. We have lots of birthdays coming up over the next couple weeks too, right before back to school. So, hi Tracy, thanks so much for joining me. So good to see you. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around, and we will go ahead and get into a couple of exciting announcements, and then we'll get to our fun fold card. Let me get everything going here. Oh, that might be zoomed in a little too much. All right. So as you guys know, bonus days is going on right now. So with every $50 purchase before shipping and tax, you can earn a $5 bonus days coupon. So the way it works is you earn your bonus days coupons in July, and then in August you can redeem them. So you can earn as many as you want. There's no limit. It's every $50 increment in a single order before shipping and tax. So say your order is $100 before shipping and tax, and you'll earn two $5 bonus days coupons that you'll be able to redeem in August. Now make sure, because Stampin' Up! Will send you a separate email with the coupon codes. So make sure to save those coupon codes, because that is how you will redeem your coupons on your orders in August. So don't lose those coupon emails. All right. Now, a lot of you were interested in this Trucking Along bundle. This is back in stock now. So run and order that if that's something you were waiting on, because this is part of the online exclusives. These are only available while supplies last. And there's no guarantee that it'll go back in stock. So if that's something you were waiting on, then I would highly recommend ordering that sooner rather than later. I'd hate for you to miss out on it. And to find those online exclusives, if you just go to the top left-hand corner where it says menu, and hit shop products, I think, and then it'll have like an alphabetic list, and you just look for online exclusives and that'll be in there. Or you can just go into the search bar. I just typed in truck and it came up with all the Trucking Along stuff. So that's an easy way to find it too. This Wednesday, there's going to be a 24-hour stamp sale. Yay! So all of the stamp sets in the annual catalog, except for the host sets on page 172, are part of the sale. So you'll get 15% off. I believe it'll automatically be discounted. So all you have to do is go online and shop the sale. So if there's a stamp set that maybe you've been waiting to purchase, and maybe it's on your wish list, I would recommend stocking up on those stamp sets on Wednesday, because you could also earn bonus days coupons with that. That'll be included with the sale too. And then in addition to that, I have my Darling Details tutorial bundle is free with any size purchase now through the end of July. So if you wait till Wednesday with the stamp sale, you'll get a discounted stamps in your stamp sale. You'll earn my Darling Details tutorial bundle. And then if you have at least $50 in your shopping cart before shipping and tax, you'll get a bonus days coupon. So that's really a great deal. And one last thing, I have a BOGO sale coming up at the end of the month. So if you've never participated in a BOGO sale before, it's a really great deal. A lot of demonstrators do it, and basically I'll have a bunch of retired items available on my website, and they'll have prices next to them, and you just pick out the ones that you are interested in. You email me, make sure that I email you back and say I have everything, and then I'll have a host code. You order with that host code the same amount as the amount that you picked from the items, and then you'll get that stuff for free. It's really cool. So I'll have more details as well as a sneak peek video on Friday. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, I highly recommend signing up to get my blog posts by email, because all this stuff will go right into your inbox. You don't have to worry about coming back and checking on it. And I also put this stuff in my newsletter, but getting my blog post sent to you by email is probably the best way to get this notification so you don't forget about it. Okay. All right. That's that. So real quick, this is the card that we're making today. This is called a double point fun fold. And I love this card. I've made one of these before, and I just think they're so cute and really, really easy actually. And they're just kind of a wow card with little effort, and they're easy to open. It's not confusing, and really you can use, multiple types of paper. I recommend for this double point part, trying to use something that's not directional, because if it's directional, it might frustrate you if you're particular about how your paper lines up. So, but you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. We'll go through it. So I have a pre-cut card kit, because this is one of the cards we're doing at my Stamp Camp classes this week. I always look forward to Stamp Camp. I love seeing my girls every week. It's so much fun. So this uses that gorgeous Pretty Peacock cardstock. This paper is that, it's a pattern from the Delightfully Eclectic Designer Series paper. And on the back, they've actually got letters, so you could use the back side. If you didn't want to use this, "You hold the key to my heart," you could actually, cut out some of these letters and put that where the sentiment is. You could also, interchange that. And then for the part that we're stamping and the inside, I cut out 2 of these scallops. These are from the Scallop Contours dies, and it's the second biggest scallop frame here. That's what I cut out here. And then this is the stamp set we're using. I love this stamp set. It's so much fun. It's got the little typewriter. There's rainbows. You can make a little potted plant, these flowers, the little mail. Oh, let me show you a card with these flowers. Actually, I just figured this out. So I received this card from Stampin' Up, and I just realized this is where they got the flowers from. I was like, oh, duh, ding, 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 it's right there. And then they used the Countryside embossing folder in the background. I just thought that was so pretty. And that's where those flowers come from. But so there's lots and lots. I'm sure you've seen lots of cards with this set. I like this little hello. You could cut out the different circles, but it actually, let me show you, because I was curious if that was one big piece or separate pieces. It is one big stamp. So all the little circles are, let's see if you can see that. They're all connected. It's not like a bunch of little circles that you have to connect. So it makes it really easy to stamp. You can stamp that one piece all by itself. So let's see. So I don't know how you guys put these together, but I line it up like this on top of the images in my stamp set. And then I put the stamp back over it. And that actually kind of helps me too. By doing it this way, I can kind of line it up in my case and see, okay, which stamps am I missing and which ones do I need to put back on here? So just a little tip. All right, so let's go ahead and put this together. So let's do our stamping first on our little piece here. And then I'll show you how to cut all that stuff. So I am using Basic Gray. I find Basic Gray to be a lot easier to use than the Tuxedo Black Memento ink. I have a hard time getting that to show really well. So I try to use the Basic Gray. I feel like it has a much better finish when it comes off here. All right, so we're just gonna stamp this towards the bottom center here. I'm just gonna be brave and trust that I inked it up enough. It's pretty good. I think my pad's getting a little dry. I'm gonna have to re-ink that pretty soon before my classes this week. And then we're gonna leave this out, and we have this little piece that is the paper coming out of the printer, or out of the typewriter. Hi, Joan. Washington State. Oh, it's probably beautiful up there right now. They have good weather in the summertime. All right, so we're gonna line up the little points here with these little sections on the typewriter. You know what I was just thinking? Kids nowadays, I don't even know if my son has ever seen a typewriter. Can you imagine? Oh, and see, we got it to, because they're photopolymer, it's easier to line those little edges up with the typewriter. So we did our little typewriter there. Pretty soon, kids aren't gonna know what any of that stuff is. That's crazy to think about. And then we're gonna grab our fresh freesia. And again, you can always open this towards the end. You can pop it open and then slide it in if you have a hard time opening those pads. Some of them are very tight when they're new. So we're gonna grab the little heart. Again, these are all from that Just My Type stamp set. And we're gonna put that heart right in the middle of the paper. Now I did that because if you look on this paper, there's actually little fresh freesia hearts. So that's where I pulled that color from. A lot of times when I make my cards, I pull the colors from the Designer Series paper. Stampin' Up! Just has such great coordination. It makes it really easy, which is nice. And then we're using the sentiment, "You hold the key to my heart," and we're gonna stamp that also in fresh freesia. And stamp that right in that top center, just like that. I like the font on here too. It looks like, you know, typewriter font. I think that's cool. Very vintage. Okay, so we did our stamping, so we can kind of put these aside for a second. Now this piece, this is a 3.5 inch by 3.5 inch square. So what we need to do for our card here is we need to get our paper trimmer out. And this is why you don't want it to be directional. And because it's got this geometric pattern, it's not really directional one way or the other. It's not gonna matter because we're gonna line it up from point to point in our paper trimmer. Okay, and that track, just line those points up and then cut that triangle in half with that dark gray. Okay, now we're gonna take both of these, and on that long side where we just cut, we're gonna line it up at the 1/2 inch mark in our paper trimmer and score. Okay, so using that light gray blade, so I'm just taking my finger where this little point is and holding that paper down so it doesn't move. And then you just score it when it's in that track like that, okay? So I've got one, and then we're gonna take the other one, and I'm gonna use this side for the 1/2 inch and kind of line it up. You could do it either way. If you wanna do them both where you rotate it, that's fine. But just at the 1/2 inch mark on either side, whichever way you do it, you wanna use that long edge and put it in the track. And then I'm gonna take my finger and hold that small point once I have it lined up so it doesn't move. And then I'm gonna use that light gray to score, okay? And that's all you have to do for those little pieces there. So now we have two pieces that have score lines, those little 1/2-inch score lines there. And I'm just gonna fold and burnish with my bone folder. Okay, they kind of look like little paper hats. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how to put this card together. So we actually, I know your first instinct is to probably glue this down to that pretty peacock. No, that's wrong. Don't want to do that. You actually want to put these on behind the designer series paper, and then we're going to glue it down to that pretty peacock. So you want to line this up. Let me bend that back so you can see. So you want to line it up so it's right along that score line on the inside, and then the points are meeting that edge of the triangle right there, just like that, if you can see that. That's how you want that adhered, okay? And it may look funny, but trust me, that's exactly what we want to do. So you can use liquid glue. I'm just going to use Stampin' Seal Plus because that is what I am most comfortable with. Okay. Oh my goodness, and it's super sticky, which is a good thing. All right, so we're just going to line this up right along that score line there and line those points, and I'll show you once I get it down here too. There we go. So see, I have it lined up right along that score line. The points are meeting that edge of that strawberry side, and then it'll fold over just like that. Okay, so we're gonna do that on both sides, top and bottom. So I'm gonna do that again down here. And so when you put your adhesive down, you don't necessarily want to put it all the way to the end, okay? Just to where the end of that score line is. That's where you want your adhesive, in between those score lines, okay? And then we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. So lining that up right under that score line. Those points are meeting the edge of that strawberry paper. Just like that, and then that'll fold over, okay? So this is how it should look right now, okay? Just like that. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our paper snips and we're just gonna snip off those little pieces on the edge, just like that. Just a little bit of snips. Snip, snip. Just like that. All right, see? Now it's all nice and clean looking. We can get rid of those little triangles. Now you can turn that paper over and we're gonna adhere. We're gonna put adhesive all over the back. Use liquid glue, Stampin' Seal Plus, whatever you're comfortable with. And then just adhere that to the center of your pretty peacock. And the pretty peacock size is, it's not an actual whole card base. It's just 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And that's a little crooked, but that's okay. All right, so now to put these together so that they line up. So first what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna put this on first. We're gonna center this on the inside because this is where our message is gonna go. So that's why we cut 2 of them out. One for the message on the inside and then one for the design on the outside, okay? So we've got that on the inside here. And now to line it up, what you wanna do is we're actually gonna put adhesive on this little triangle and then we're gonna fold it over the piece that's already stuck on, and that's how you will line them up so that it covers the inside piece, okay? So you just wanna put adhesive on like the bottom half of the triangle on the top here. Again, use whatever you're comfortable with. I like Stampin' Seal Plus. So I'm just gonna line this up starting from the bottom where I don't have any adhesive and just line those scallops up with each other and then stick it on right up there. And now our little fun fold is done. How cute is that? Isn't that so much fun? I just love it so much. What do you guys think? Do you like that one? Do you like the fun fold? If you do, give me a thumbs up or a heart and let me know in the comments below. I love hearing what you guys think. All right, so don't forget, there's lots going on this week. We've got bonus days. We've got a stamp sale on Wednesday for all the stamps in the annual catalog. Any order with me now through the end of the month will earn my Darling Details tutorials for free. And then next weekend, I'm doing a BOGO sale, and that's just through me. That's not a Stampin' Up! Thing. That's through me personally. So, but there will be lots of details coming up for my BOGO sale on Friday, and I'll talk more about it next week during my Facebook Live as well. I am so glad you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I've got Stamp Camp this week. I'm seeing all my Stamp Camp girls. I love seeing them. I'm so excited. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'm always happy to help. Thanks so much for joining me. If you need any Stampin' Up! Supplies, please purchase them through me, Jennifer Roque. I'd love to earn your business, okay? All right, guys. Well, have a great week and happy stamping. Bye-bye.